I'm going to walk through the news aggregator I've provided to the public. Now, this thing has been available in some other of my applications, and it has an encrypted messenger, and so you can talk to your friends and whatnot. But this one here is just a no install, open to the public. I have a couple blogs that you can see already installed. So, they initially just show up, and if you'd like to, read through them, they basically kind of load just by clicking on them, and they're automatically loaded in the front, as you can see. Now, if you want to, let's say you like a blog and you want to follow it, so like here's my web presence blog. So I'm going to go to view page source, and as you can see here with the type of XML, this is what we're looking for. We would basically want this link here. You see all this is the XML format that it's going to take to read. So what I want to do is I come back, I put that in here, and there we go. Now I've got my JavaScript tutorials here available on the news aggregator, and it also adds up over here. So the default ones are always going to be here, and then the ones you add end up here where you can delete them if you want. But yeah, so I also have a little search. So let's say serverless, and it's nothing big. It's just a simple on key up, and it starts to search for the matching key string. Now it's open to the public. You can click it on my footer on all my applications down here when you click this RSS little icon, and if it's not let's say it's just not going to be, if you don't have like a if it's not the actual thing, let's say you just did the web address, it just says it doesn't look correct. So it's very specific about what it's looking for. Anyway, so how did this get built? Well, we can go ahead and look at the code because it's all open source on GitHub. And as you can see here, it's basically a JavaScript file rendered on an HTML. So I'm firing off. I've got cores listed, so it's only going to allow to have access to this service. This PHP service is only allowed through this one website. So it's not an open link, just so that it doesn't get abused. But anyway, when you grab your address, we want to go ahead and see if it's either the address you're clicking into or if it's one that's being hit by default. So we determine that, and then we save whatever one you've built or you wanted to see. We save it into your local storage, and then we build the list. Now, if none of this stuff works out, we're going to let them know, hey, that doesn't look correct. And otherwise, we're just going to head you up here, and we're going to show you what feed you're showing, and then here is the fetch to go get the actual data from the PHP service. And once it gets it, it checks out to make sure, hey, is this legit? Because if it doesn't have that title, then no, it's not what we're looking for, and then we'll know that the data doesn't look correct. Otherwise, we start building a string right here with our object. So we insert all the object values into the string, and we build out what you see in the middle right here. So it's basically a line item, and within that line item you've got a little toggle where it has the label, and the label underneath it would be a description in a paragraph, and that's it. And then at the end you have the link and the publish date. So that just gets repeated as many times as there is within the data object. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think this here is just like some dummy code that, what one of them would look like if we got one. So just if you want to see what kind of the schema looks like. Anyway, so when we want to build the RSS list, this is the one that's defaulted, always going to be here. And as you start adding ones of your own, we will add them up and then save them together with the other. We'll merge them with the original. And then we come through and we are allowing to, you'll be able to trash the ones that you've added, and then you don't trash the ones that have been defaulted. And as you can see, trash here will show up if in case it's something you've created. And if it hasn't, and it's, then from there you can't delete it. And let's see here. We're telling it to go here on default, unless there is somewhere where we were last time. Where were we last? That's in local storage, the last RSS. And so in case we have that, we'll go there instead. But if we don't have that, we'll just go to the first one. And then obviously this would be a grab data, and it all kind of starts from here. And then your build list just goes on load. And here's your search. Now the search just goes from looking at the line item data number. And it tells it, hey, I'm looking to go through this data and find out what I'm looking for. And if I find the data is going to have or have not the text I'm looking for within the actual title or the description, we're going to show or hide. And so this is how that happens, and it goes basically and knows, hey, go hide this or show it based on the content. And then also here we got a delete item. So when we delete something, we would just be like here. And it says delete item, and then so we'll go find it. This item is the address, and so it searches for that address, and if it doesn't, it'll basically like save everything but that address to temp data, and then from there it saves the RSS saved just the temp data, which is not going to have the item that you want to delete. So these are all real straightforward stuff to build it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll probably add some more, like just basic blogs for just fun, just things that people might want to see, just for default, because it is kind of a bitch to find. Oh, hey, I like this blog. Now I've got to go figure out what exactly the address is for the actual. Yeah, finding this part is difficult. So just have to know what you're looking for, though. So I'll admit, if you don't find that, it won't work. So let me know if there are any questions. Thank you.